Next, I'm going to take you guys through the weather tab within the QAFarmer application. So from the main home screen here again, you hit the blue weather tab, and that's going to populate exactly where you're at in the world if you enabled location services while using the app when you first log in. So I'm in Fargo, North Dakota right now. It is 11 degrees. At the top of the screen, it's just showing you your basic weather for the day. And as you scroll down, you can search a different location like you'd expect in a weather app. But then you start to see these green tabs here for your hourly forecast. If you scroll to the right, you'll notice, oh man, it turns to the red. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier about the green red go no go as it relates to a spray application based off of the parameters that you set. So now it looks like I have a spray window available from 2 p.m. to about 6 p.m. Then after that, it falls outside of the window for what I set for my parameters of what was acceptable to spray. All of this is selectable and purpose built. So you can see what the cloud cover is going to be, temperature, wind speed, direction, etc. But if you select one of the hours, it expands you to be able to scroll through many hours, hour by hour forecast, percent chance of precip, wind, temperature, time of day, all the things you'd expect. You can scroll to the right and it shows you more hours. You can scroll down, you get to the 10-day forecast, something that most people are used to seeing. You could scroll through what's coming up the next handful of days from a weather perspective. You could select one of these dates. So select Sunday, December 7th. It's going to show you exactly the things that you care about: wind speed, temperature, dew point, sunrise, sunset, etc. Allows you to toggle or swipe in between each individual day. So you can keep going day after day after day and see a comparison over time. All of these categories are the main ones that people gave us feedback on that is most important to them as a person in the farming community. And then we do long-term forecasting too. So I'm going to scroll down here a little bit further. You'll see the summary tab. So a lot of apps will do 30-day forecasting, 60-day, and if you really find one that's really getting out there, maybe a 90-day forecast. We actually do it different. We do a 180-day forecast. So half the year we'll go out and forecast not only precip, also what days it should rain, the average highs and lows for those particular days, and then some other data points too. I find that this is about 65, 70% accurate, which, actually I think is pretty good. What I do to kind of test the system, because much like most of you, I was skeptical before, we kind of went at this methodology the way that we did. So now I select dates that are months in advance. Like I put down my birthday, which was last month, back in September, and man, it nailed it. And then I've written down some things in the past that just didn't come to fruition too. So it's not foolproof, but kind of that's the nature of weather. We do things a little bit different, but it's fun. So you go to like December 19th, you actually hit that date, and it populates the same information that you saw on the 10-day. You can toggle between the different days back and forth as well. Keep scrolling to the bottom of the screen. These are the main weather conditions that we heard from our customers that wasn't really, direct sunlight related, that they would like to see additional charts on or get a different additional information. So you can select humidity. You'll see what the different changes in humidity in a bar chart is over the course of so many hours within a day or a couple of days. You can select wind. It's going to show you spikes of, when it's windy to when it's kind of calming down, and kind of like what it's planning on doing the following day as well. You can scroll back up to the top of the screen and you'll notice in the upper right hand corner, there is this radar button. So we do have radar like you'd expect. That's going to load and populates, your radar here. It's snowing up in Canada. You can hit play to watch it on a reel. You can scroll around on the screen. You can hit the legend. It gives you context to the colors that are within that particular map. We also have in here, let me go back actually, wind. So you could also select wind. So right through here, it'll actually point in the direction that there's actually wind going more in a region, because wind isn't constant in every one spot. So it's kind of like the windy app, if you will. Coming back out, you'll see that we're back to the main screen. I've selected multiple locations that I'm concerned with watching. One's Fargo. If I hit this hamburger at the bottom, you notice they also have Castleton saved. That's where I live. You hit Castleton, it's pulling that information, and as you see, it displays seamlessly right here. And now you can see Castleton's information. Scroll up, scroll down like you'd expect. If you want a new location to look at, you can select here and just type in like New York Mills, Minnesota. Now it's going out to get that information, and then bam, there it is. You'll notice it still has the same things you would expect. Everything is seamless. You could scroll between multiple locations just by swiping right or left, and then that'll populate different screens. There's Castleton, Fargo. Now we can go back to Castleton and back to New York Mills. And that's our weather app.